Hey, everybody, listen, welcome into the building. Are you watching Love and Marriage Huntsville? And if you are watching, are you feeling the same way about it as you felt the very first season? You know what? This first episode for the new season, it was what it was, and it is what it was, okay? But we're going to get into it. But we're about to pull this train off, but before I pull this train off, I got to talk to y'all. I got to talk to y'all because last night we allowed it. We was like, okay with it. Some of y'all snuck on this train. Y'all snuck on the train. And y'all know what your ticket is. All you got to do is hit the like button. And that's your ticket on this train, okay? So hit that like button because I'm about to board this train. And you know, in order for me to board the train, y'all know what y'all got to do, right? You know what you got to do. Let me see it in the chat. Thank you, Shan. We got to do a what, y'all? Choo-choo. And then what am I going to say? All aboard, everybody. I'm about to board this train because we got to get into it. We got to talk Love and Marriage DC. I'm going to bring my co-conductor up in the building. Hey, Roy here.
Choo, choo, choo.
Woo, honey, give it to the people on a Tuesday, okay? Can we get amen and a choo-choo, okay?
Yes.
So let's thank you guys. Come on now, bring the choo-choots in the building. We got to do this thing here. And Auntie Robin, make sure nobody's sneaking on this train, okay? We had to let Auntie Robin go out and sit in the crowd tonight because last night y'all got away with some stuff, but she's going to be checking these tickets. She's on the train checking tickets. Hit that like button. All right.
Auntie Robin is our train manager tonight. She is managing all the cars. So don't be mad if she let us know. If she reports you and we kick you out, don't be mad.
Don't be mad. All right. So listen, hey, Sebastian.
Hey, Diva. Hey, Royer. Hey, passengers. How are you guys tonight?
All right now, Sebastian, you behaving yourself tonight?
It depends.
Oh my, we got security. We ain't even let you know who security is, but we got security on this train tonight. Okay, we got to get y'all under control here. Okay,
we already got a few people on a leave of absence on staff. We can't take no more deals.
Beautiful. Shan, hey Shan.
Oh my gosh, I am so happy. I did not miss the train tonight. This is a busy train. Girl, yesterday I missed the train and I was like, 8 o'clock.
Missed the train, honey. Choo-choo.
And Royer, that choo-choo was beautiful. Love your voice. Amazing. Hey.
Isn't it though? So listen, guys, these are our passengers and they did purchase their ticket, okay? So make sure you purchase yours. Hit that like button, okay? We about to pull this train out to the first stop here. And we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? We got the new episode for this particular season. And you know what? I didn't know. Melanie's pretty young. Melanie just turned 37. Because Melanie was talking about, you know, how she has spent her 37th birthday. She's not telling us if she's dating anybody. She feels like it's none of our business. Well, Mel, in case you didn't know, you're on a reality TV show, and we are part of the business.
Diva, can I say something real quick?
Yes, you can.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Melody and Martel. I mean, Melody, you're not dating. I don't want to show who you're dating because we all know. Deep down, you and Martel still love each other.
Amen.
They still love each other deep down.
Deep down.
He's just playing with Sheree. That's just a toy for now.
But you know what? So he plays with a lot of girls on this TV, but they accept it, right? Because he literally said that he ain't ready to date, and that's why he in counseling. But then 2 seconds later, he on the phone with Sheree and his mama. And let me tell you something. Part of Martell problem is Mama Marlene, but we'll get to that in 2 seconds. But she is the problem, okay? She is part of the problem, all right? All right, but we're gonna get into it. So Melody Cherie, because that's what she goes by now, okay? Melody Cherie, she went to see Kimmy. She went to see Kimmy and Maurice was there. You know what? We was giving Maurice, at least I did. We gave him a lot of kudos last year because he handled the diagnosis well and all that. But now we seeing Maurice come back. We seeing Maurice come back. Why can't she celebrate every milestone? Why can't Kimmy celebrate the fact that she finished chemo? She knows she got other stuff to do. She knows she got to go to surgery. She knows she got radiation. Like, come on, Maurice. Can we not celebrate this moment right here that I finished chemo?
I think he doesn't want to jinx it. Like, I feel like he doesn't want her to do too much and get too excited before. Sorry to jump in.
No, but you can't. What you can't do though is pray, and then you worried about some. Don't cross your fingers and jinx and stuff. Like, come on now, you praying, and then you don't want to jinx nothing. You telling her slow her roll. I was like, Maurice, I'm giving you the side eye, Maurice. But so she's talking and she's all excited because she made it through chemo. And that's a good thing to be excited about, okay? Because when you get a diagnosis of cancer, it's a very scary thing because people automatically think death sentence, okay? So she survived her chemo and she wants to celebrate, and he telling her slow her roll. So she there sitting talking to, Melody. Out of all people, she picks Melody to pull her shindig together. Melody who's speaking to no one. But hey, Melanie needs to film, so I guess come over to my house, girl, and you gonna pull my shindig together, okay? So she gives her the list of people to bring to the event, to call to come to the event, and it's everybody that Melanie's not speaking with. Let's say this, I love me some Melanie Cherie, but over here we gotta tell the truth and shame the devil. Melody is not speaking to Tisa. Melody is not speaking to Stormy. Melody is not speaking to any given cast member, because when she made the phone calls to call everybody to come to the party, everybody was shocked to hear from Melanie. Okay, they was like, oh my God, even Stormy. Okay, so Melody is in charge of pulling this shindig together. What's Kimmy is excited because she made a milestone. Okay, so and then I'll add this scene and then we'll talk. So Martel goes to get himself a little facial. He's getting himself a facial. And Mama Marlene stops by. Now, a lot of females, hey, Juice Radio, I see you out there. I see everybody out there. Hey, Dot Willie. Hey, Jill's Chocolate Boutique. I see y'all. I hate Flip. Listen, Miss G, I see all y'all. So now, Mama Marlene stops by. Sometimes when a female raises the child all on their own, and I don't know about where his daddy at. I don't know about Martel daddy. I don't know. Y'all can remind me. I don't know, right? But I feel like when the female raised the child on their own and it's a male child, they I don't know. Y'all gotta help me out. But Mama Marlene, she's problematic because
they're troubled.
Thank you, Sebastian.
They're troubled. They're more likely to be criminals.
Oh, wait, hold on now. Calm yourself down, Sebastian. Now you're going too far now.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Hold on,
no,
Sebastian.
it's not the truth. It's not the truth. That's not factual. That's not all the way factual. I think that
father absence can lead to a lot of detrimental things.
Now, hold on. Wait, I'm going to let you in. See, he helped me out with one word. Then he took the train off the track already.
All the way off.
So let me finish. So Mama Marlene, she just don't see, Martel can't do no wrong. Okay, because he's sitting there trying to better himself and realize that he was the problem. So he's like, I'm going to counseling. She said, what counseling? Why you need to go to counseling?
You're perfect.
Oh, that part, Shan. That part. You're perfect. Okay, nothing wrong with you. You don't need no counseling. And I was like, Miss Marlene, Mama Marlene, he needs counseling. He needs counseling. He had a whole nother life with a whole nother female and had a whole baby while he was married. Girlfriend, he needs counseling, okay? People make mistakes, but that was more than just, a slip up. That was was a big situation because he had himself a whole wife. You understand what I mean? So Miss Marlene is the problem. They in there, he's doing the facial and everything. And it was just a whole hot mess. But what he wants from Melody is he wants Melody back. He said it at the reunion pretty much last year or whenever it was. He said it in this facial thing that he missed his family, and he asked Melody to pray. He wants Melody to get on her knees and speak to God, and he wants God to touch Melody, and Melody forgive him and get all wrapped up back in that mess called Martell Holt. Okay, so it's a big fat mess. I'm gonna stop there, but Mama Marlene, I'm gonna see if I could try to talk to her. Maybe I'm gonna try to talk to her because she need to be spoken to mother to mother. Okay, all right. So go ahead, Roya. I'll start with you. What do you think about those two scenes? Why is Melody the one in charge of putting this party together? And what about Mama Marlene? We're going to call her MM over here. Mama Marlene. Go ahead.
Honestly, this is my... Oh, wait.
Hey, hold on, Bree. No, I said Roya. Hold on one second.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're okay. Go ahead, Roya.
Right. So opening scene, we come in with Maurice and Kimmy, as you said. And, first of all, I just want to shout out Kimmy. You look amazing. You don't look like anything that you have been through. God is good all the time, and all the time he is good. Okay. So shout out to Kimmy. You look great. You look healthy. I thought it was very weird chemistry between Kimmy, Maurice, and Mel. Obviously, in my opinion, Maurice still has some kind of residuals of feeling some type of way with Mel from last season and has not really anchored on back to that friendship that her and Kimmy have. But I do love the fact that Kimmy expressed how supportive Mel was, or has been during this time of her sickness. And I'm not surprised that Kimmy reached out to Mel to call everyone, because in my opinion, out of all the cast, Kimmy and Mel are the realest. They understand each other's emotions, and they understand what it is. We're here for a check. We're here to do a job. And I think they have that mutual understanding from one another. So it's easy to bring them together and do scenes together and to get the job done. So, that is my opinion on why, what's her name?
Melody was going to throw the
thank you. Was going to throw the party. And then I just thought it was so funny and hilarious how they reenacted, the phone call with each other. That was just really, really good. So, and then going on to that second scene with Martel and his facials. First of all, facials are everything. So if you have not got a facial, find a good dermatologist, a good facial, place to go to and get a facial. Take care of your skin. Listen, it's a beautiful thing to have a beautiful face, okay? So, he went and got his little facial. And so Mama, well, he first talked to Sheree, and it's giving for TV all the way on both ends. So whatever for that. Mama's problem is Martel is her baby. That's her man. That's her son. That's her everything. And so he can do no wrong in her eyes. No wrong. Like he is right as gonna be. Okay. And Marlene needs to be in just as much counseling as Martel is, because she's just as in denial as he is. So those are my thoughts.
Thank you. Sebastian, and don't come at me with this nonsense of all fatherless kids turn out.
I never said all fatherless kids. I said a good portion of fatherless children have turned out to be criminals. This is a proven fact. Even Barack Obama has commented on these statistics on father absence, especially within the African American community. And I want to say this. I'm glad that Martel is seeking help, because nothing excites me more when a narcissist realizes that they're wrong. I don't know. It's just something that excites me. Like when I see narcissists acknowledge that they're wrong, I feel so great. It's just the feeling. I felt so great when I saw him at that session. I was just like, oh damn, yeah, you go, Martel, you go. But as I'm saying, Martel and Melody still love each other.
Mhm.
Marlene knows it too.
Mhm.
Um, she needs to. Well, the thing is, she's a mother. She has unconditional love. We gotta call a spade a spade. Diva, you're a mother too, and you
Mhm.
most likely know damn well if your child did the same thing as Martel, you'd probably be defending him and everything as well.
No, you should know Diva a little better than that now.
Diva,
No,
diva,
no, 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 no,
diva.
no,
That's
no,
what you're saying
no,
now.
no,
But
no,
if you're
no,
not
no,
in the circumstances, you're
no,
not in the
no, no,
circumstances.
I'm
No,
gangster.
Diva has always been against the side chick. She has always been against the side chick, and she always against the man
I
that does
know
wrong. She don't
you
do
are
that.
against the
She
side
don't do
chick. You
that.
are against the side chick. But one thing that you're not going to be against
And
is
the
you wouldn't
man that does
mind.
wrong.
You're not going to say, you're not going to acknowledge that mothers have unconditional love for their sons. It comes from
What
the
you do?
Oedipus. It's come from the Oedipus complex. It's just like how fathers have unconditional love for their daughters.
Not all the
But
time.
see, Sebastian, let me tell you this. I'm straight gangster.
Diva, that's what you're saying. You're not in
No,
that
I'm telling
circumstance
you,
right now.
listen, I don't want the little kid on TV, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I will call him in there and he'll let you know. This chick right here is gangster. I would be like, do not bring two chicks in my house. You better pick one, choose one, and figure out what you're gonna do. But you ain't bringing two chicks up in here in front of me. We ain't doing that. And I'm not gonna be lying in
Boom.
my face, and I'm not gonna accept that. Okay, we don't do that over here. I'm not teaching that. I'm not training that, and I'm not going to facilitate that.
That's
Okay.
what they
You
always
better,
say.
yeah, well, no, then tell you better get to know me a little bit better now. You got me sitting up.
Now
got
Drink,
you know
drink some
Diva's
water.
character. You know Diva is not
Drink
the
some
same.
water. Drink some
yeah,
water.
okay, thank you. You hold on tight,
Here
Sebastian.
it is. 70% of child MRs come from single mother homes. 70% of juvenile delinquents come from single mother homes. 70% of runaways come from single mother homes. This is statistics from fixedfamilycourts.com. Single mother homes have a lot to do. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying a good portion of them. There are
Can
great
you keep the
unconditional
train on the track,
mothers.
please?
Okay, we got to get the train back on the track because Sebastian had me about the shake listen, Bree, you talk first. I'm about to shake the train myself right here. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first off, I believe you, Diva, because my mama just told my brother's girlfriend to leave him because he wasn't treating her right. So it's not all mamas. Mamas, look, unconditional love from your mama means your mama's gonna teach you right from wrong, even if it means you gonna have to learn a painful lesson.
That
So let
part.
me just say that. Secondly, honestly, this is my first time ever watching Married or Huntsville, this show.
Mhm.
And I watched it and I can already tell there is something a little off about Martel. Like, I'm glad he's in therapy. This is my first time ever seeing this man. And I was shocked. It's my first time and I was shocked to see Sheree. I was like, oh, this is the situation with Sheree and the other man. Because I knew she was dating somebody, but I didn't know who.
Mhm.
But it does look like it's for show. And I saw Candy in the picture, and I was like, "Come on now, this is my first time watching. And I already know it's for show."
It's for
But
sure.
yeah. There's no. I don't know. Maybe there is love, because shows are delayed, but I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see the chemistry between them. And plus, he sat right up there on the TV going to talk about I ain't ready to have no relationship. Good.
Mhm.
Well, what are you and Sheree doing? What do you call that? A friendship with benefits? I don't know. It's just a shit
Right.
for me, right?
And then the girl, I think her name's Melody, the one that's planning the party.
Yes.
They have different viewpoints of their friendship, because Melody said at the beginning, like, she wasn't giving all her details because she wasn't, cool, really with it, like the, I don't even know her name, the one that is going through the cancer. She sounded like that was like her good old friend, but Melody sounded like she was just acquaintances, really, like she didn't want to give all her business like that.
Melanie
But
does
I don't know.
Melanie
But
does that. But yeah, Melanie Cherie does that. She does that. But yeah, we'll get more into that. Miss D, being a single mother is a very hard job. I wonder if you could do it alone. Come on,
I
it's a
couldn't. I could never be a single mother. That's why
yeah.
I respect y'all. But the thing is, the truth is the
Yo,
truth.
put
And
those statistics in your back pocket because I don't even want to hear it, Sebastian. You have to shake this train,
facts don't
and I'm
lie.
gonna have to
Just
shake
stick to the
you.
show. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
Management.
Yes, thank you, management. The Don, you're in the building. What are your thoughts on these first two scenes?
I think Kimmy and what's her husband name?
Maurice.
Maurice are two of the realest people on reality TV. They never hide what's going on. They talk about their exes and sicknesses and everything, and they just bring it to the show. That's why I appreciate about those two. They know it's reality TV. They bring their reality every season. They do. Even with his ex-wife, it's their reality. That's reality. I mean, that happens every day. But as far as the narcissists, there are two narcissists that needs to go to counseling, and that's Mel and Martell. Both of them are narcissists, and both of them need to seek counseling. I'm glad Martell is in counseling, but I don't think it's affecting him one bit right now, because he's still he's still doing the same tactics. But Mel needs to go too. She needs to go. And her making those calls from a burner phone, I'm like, this chick, do she think she Trump or somebody?
Beyonce.
Can't nobody have her number? Like, none of these people were her friends at the end of last year's reunion. And now she's going to sit in Kimmy's living room like they talk every day. It's just it's asinine to me, But that's y'all girl. But I like Kimmy for this show, because she always gives it to you raw, no matter who you are on the show. But yeah, those first two scenes had me. That burner phone just rubbed me the wrong way. Like,
it burned
chick,
me. Literally, exactly.
Who do you think you are?
That part. You know what? Let me tell you something. Did you watch from the beginning to dawn? Did you watch from season 1?
Yeah, I've been watching from season 1.
Okay, so season 1, and I love them, but it's still. But what's love got to do with season 1? Martell and Melanie, they were the couple.
Yeah.
And they stuck it to the other couples. Let's be clear. If we're gonna talk, let's talk. They stuck it to the other couples like, y'all need us.
Right.
They stuck it to them. And so my thing is, now though, the tables have turned, right? Mm-hmm. And because those two split up, so now they can't be thick as thieves. And so we're seeing a whole different side of Melody. In addition to that, is really that deep? Like, okay, maybe you want to try to do a little showmanship for the show. Maybe I'll put that on. She want to put on a little show, but to legitimately have a burner phone because you don't want somebody to have your number, when these days all you got to do is block them or whatever the case may be, or you could stop. It was too much for me. I said, is she serious right now? But you know who had me laughing when she called Stormy. When she called Stormy.
Who's this? Who's this?
Stormy, Stormy's about to become my favorite person on this show. I'm just waiting.
As long as she doesn't get ghetto, she'll be my favorite. She's already on the list. She's been good for now. She's been behaving, but we're gonna see.
Sebastian.
Well, you know what though? Her mama is a piece of work, but the mamas, you know what? I need to do a whole thing on all these mamas, because these mamas are pieces of work. Okay.
You know what, Diva? I am
the
here
mamas.
for the mamas. I'm here for them.
Even
I love all the mamas on the show.
You love Mama Maureen?
I love Martell
Marlene.
mama.
I keep calling her Maureen. It's Marlene.
I love Martell mama. I love Tisha's mama. I love Melody's mama. I love all the mamas, because the mamas don't hold back, and that's what I appreciate.
Well, you know what? That is reality. But don't you think that Marlene is the problem?
Marlene needs to tell her son when he's right and wrong. And she has there's a such thing as taking up for your kids too much. Yes, you can be in their corner.
Yes.
However, you need to let your kids know when they are right or wrong. And like Roya said, that's her man. And that's a weird thing. It's weird to see that relationship. She needs to find her a man quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, but I think, you know what, sometimes they get so settled in their ways, and the lines get blurred. And even he looked at his mother like, okay, mama, what's wrong with me going to counseling?
Right.
Like, come on now. Anybody can better themselves or whatever the case may be. So it's almost like he's in the mix of this. He's teaching his mama, like, because she's lost in the sauce too. Michelle said, Diva, do you think Carlos is doing too much toward Melody, letting her do whatever she wants?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I do, but I think there's a favorite on all of these shows. That we're seeing that, right? Because Giselle is the favorite, Candy's the favorite. All of them have their favorite, and it happens to be Melanie. But I also think that with Carlos King and Melanie, I think, and I don't mean this, I can't think of another word, but he feels sorry for her too, but not like in a bad way. Like sorry that she went through this divorce.
Yeah, he tore their marriage down on national TV. That's what he feels bad for. Because Melody was gonna back out to save her marriage, but no, Carlos begged her to stay. And now look at it. 5 kids in, a divorce, foolishness. Horrible. The comeback group done fell apart, everything is gone.
All at the fault of Carlos King and his conniving ass.
No, it's because Martell couldn't keep his stuff in his pants.
No, it didn't have to air. It didn't have to air, Diva. It didn't have to air.
So
then what's part of this reality TV then?
That part.
Mel was gonna leave the show.
No, but Sebastian, even if it didn't air, right? So you're saying that if it didn't air and the world didn't know, she should have just went ahead and stayed with him, even though
she should have divorced him. Listen, he needs to learn a lesson. Even though they will be getting together, they will be getting back together. We all know that. We all know they love each other. This is a proven fact. Martel and Melody still love each other. They will most likely be back together in 5-10 years. You need to teach him a lesson. That's what Nene Leakes did with Greg. You need to teach him a lesson.
That part. Now that I will agree with. Am I saying this right? Bebelicious 28 and Marlene is old school. There's a stigma with going to therapy. She is old school, but you know what, Marlene? How old is she? Because he said she wasn't 60. Because he said Marlene got to be I'm thinking she's in my age bracket, right? Or she's somewhere near it. Come on now, I believe in therapy. She got to get her life together and get with the times and knock it off. Shan, you're in the building. What do you think about those first 2 scenes?
Real quick. I just wanna say goodbye, guys. I gotta go to class. It was nice talking to y'all.
Oh, it was nice.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Okay. What do you think?
So I don't think Carlos favors Melody. I just think she's responsible for everything he has and his success, because people love a good scandal. I did not know about this show until I heard that Martel was cheating on his wife. Then I was like, oh snap, let me go see what this show is about. So I feel like that's what he's probably like, thanking her for the success of the show. Now, I love Kimmy. She's my favorite on the show. I think she's very wise, very beautiful. I'm very happy for her. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, because I'm on my iPad. Martell mother is a huge problem in society. Imagine telling your child they're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect. The man had a baby on his wife, can't keep his wiener in his pants. That don't sound perfect to me. And when you start feeling like you're perfect, that's when you're done growing. And what's the point if you're not like growing and trying to be better? Because we could all be better at different stuff. So I feel like that was really lame. And I agree, there's a stigma. Because honestly, my aunt had told me that one time. I was like, I want to go to therapy. And she was like, what? Why? You're good. And I'm like, no, I just want to go. Like, so a lot of our community don't understand that. And I think Sheree. Who's the girl who's dating? Sheree, yes. I think she's a fool. You darn near 62, and this man had a whole baby on his wife.
Did you say 62?
He's on national TV telling you, oh, I don't want a relationship. When I was 21, that's when I could be like, okay, you don't want a relationship. Let's still hang out. But girl, you asking for whatever you get. He's telling you we're not in a relationship at his grown age. I don't like that for her, but hey, maybe she's into it. And Melody killed me with that fake number thing. After all these years of the show, I feel like they already know where you live. So they could know where you live, but they can't have your phone number. Yep, I'm sure they know where she lives at this point because they all film together and whatnot, right?
Right.
I don't know. I don't really care for Melody, to be honest. She thinks she's like on this high horse. Like, nobody could have my number. I'm better than you. Girl, stop.
And who are you going to film with? That's the thing. You're going to just keep filming with Kimmy, because
Right.
even when they're at the end scene, when they're at the party, it was like it was awkward because there's no one you speak to, and then you don't even want to have conversation with Martell. Like,
And that's when you gotta look at yourself. Like, if I'm falling out with everybody, I'm like,
Yo,
right,
if I'm
I feel
falling
like
out with everybody, it's not everybody.
right.
that part. That part. And you know, Martell said he just asked her to pray about them being good co-parents. And she said no, he asked her to pray about them getting back together.
I believe her.
I believe her too. I believe her too, because he really wants her back.
Yeah.
But you messed up. You made the bed. Now you have to sleep in it. This is what you did, Martell. And listen, I for sure wouldn't take you back because I wouldn't be dealing with Ariane. That part right there, that would have sealed the deal for me. Maybe if you had a different baby mother, but that chick right there, if he went back to Mel, that chick would be a thorn in their side. Okay, a thorn in their side. So there's no way that I would do that. So,
and just to clarify really quick, Kimmy didn't ask her. If I recall it correctly, Mel kind of volunteered to like throw the party. If I recall it correctly.
You probably could be right, but you know what? Either way, it was because Mel needed a scene. That's just my opinion.
Who's this?
Yeah. Yeah. Stormy killed it because everybody else gave her a little bit of leeway. Okay, Martell was happy because he thought like, oh, okay, she calling me. Maybe she prayed on this and she about to tell me we getting back together. Okay, so he was disappointed. But Stormy, I said she set that TV on fire. She was like, "Who's this?" I said,
"You know the one thing God. When they were playing, when she and Kimmy was playing conversation, they were like, let's pretend." When she was like, "God bless you on your journey." When she hung up the phone, that was so funny. I'm gonna start saying that. God bless you on your journey.
Ooh, God bless you on your journey. So listen, you know, she made her phone calls. It was what it was. The kids, I always love seeing the kids. Kids adorable. And they said, Daddy said we could get a phone and we want an iPhone. Okay, they got expensive taste. I ain't mad at them. Now, here go another problematic mom. Stormy's mom. So first we see
I love her mom. Just putting it out there.
Me too.
You know, so Stormy first was talking to her husband. Her husband a little different too. Her husband got the Huntsville spirit in him. Okay, these Huntsville men, they're a piece of work. They're a piece of work. And at first I thought he was different, but now he's filming for another season and he got his umph in him. Okay. He told her, I don't want to talk about it no more. In other words, I told you there won't be another baby. You on this screen trying to play me. I'm not going to say yes. And I'm done with the conversation. He told her, go check out, look at them pork chops before they burn. I said, woo woo. Okay. So, you know, Stormy husband is a piece of work. Okay. And he said, there will be no other baby. We're not using a surrogate. We're not doing nothing. I said, no, that's it. I'm done. You want another baby? I don't. And he said, as a matter of fact, take our kid off the bowl and start feeding her some steak. It's a wrap. Okay. So he putting his foot down, and I didn't see him like that at first. I thought, you know, he was just kind of laid back, kind of wet with the flow, but he showed his stuff last night. I said, Okay, then here come Mama, because Mama moved in the guest house. You know what? One thing I tell you about Stormy, I'm not mad at. She got cash for days. Holla to Canvas Beauty. Okay, she did the darn thing. Now that's the thing I really like about Stormy, how she built her empire from the ground up. The only thing I don't understand, if I had money like that, there's no way I would be on that TV. For what? I don't understand why you have money for days. Why would you ruin your reputation when you have such a massive platform of a business that you have built up? Why would you ruin your reputation by coming on this TV? Because listen, and this is not me trying to shade her or shame her, but she talks differently. I'll put it like that. Even in the scene when she was talking to her husband and talking to her mother, I had to sit up and try to say, okay, I know what she's trying to say, but this whole thing is a whole hot mess. Okay. So the conversation was, I'm going to use the word different because I'm trying to be kind. Okay. So the conversation was very different between her and her husband. And because she has that like, what's up? What's up? What's up? That's her conversation. But anywho, right. So, you know, and then so the husband pretty much dismissed her. And then here come Mama from her guest house. Mama says she don't apologize. She don't give a darn who she offended. She don't care nothing from left, right. And Stormy had to say her mother never liked none of her friends. And that's another problematic mother. When every single friend your child has, you think the person has an ulterior motive, and then your child grows up with no good girlfriends because mama wants to be her best and only friend. That's
Mama
a hot
Wanda.
mess,
Mama
okay?
Wanda.
Mama Wanda. And so you're sitting on the couch talking about, I will not apologize. I don't care who I offended. Oh, I got you in some mess. Whatever, girl. You're going to be okay. And they going to be all right. Then tell her she never liked Melody from the day she laid eyes on her. She knew something was wrong and wasn't good and what's up. Where are the mamas that try to be a little neutral? Try to help their kids stay out of mess. Okay? But no, she dropped a whole lot of bombs in that living room. And I said, good googly my. Listen, if Melody didn't see it, because I don't know how they get to see the scenes, but once she see that, it's problems. I know it's going to be problems because that situation is a whole hot mess. Now, she pretty much told her daughter, like, well, that's your husband. Now, one thing I will say I understand. They said Stormy went through a little something when she was trying to give birth. She almost, lost her life. So I can understand her husband being a little bit nervous. But when you say I can't even use a surrogate, slow down, sir. And did they speak about how many kids they wanted prior to getting married? I don't know. But Betty still, because that's her mama name, Betty is a problem. She problematic. Betty's problematic. And that part right there, and that's all. So now we get the Kimmy celebration, and what's her name? What's her name? Darn it, her name is slipping my mind right now. No, she came here. She's pregnant.
Tiffany.
Tiffany was there pregnant. Okay. Her husband was there. Tisa comes in and didn't want to follow the color code. She another one sometimes could be a little messy. It's pink. The girl survived breast cancer. Well, chemo for the breast cancer. Go with some pink. She has on red and a little pink scarf. Come on, girl.
And I know Tisha got plenty of pink in her closet. She's an AKA from A&M. So come on, Tisha.
Oh, but there you go. Boom. So she got pink. So this, you know what the Don? Well, on that note, she was being extra messy. Throw on some pink, girl, and get in line and stop it. And that's your sister-in-law. And matter of fact, you should have been the one throwing that shindig. But anywho, we'll carry on. So she's there. Stormy comes. And you know what? Roya reminded me. Where is the other chick? What's her name, Roya?
Destiny.
Where was Destiny?
And a oop.
And a oop. They done kicked Destiny off the show. Where was Destiny? Destiny wasn't there. So Stormy pulls Melody aside and tries to have a conversation with Melody. But Melody is another one. I know you love her, and I love her too. But she'll gaslight the heck out of you. You have my number. You could have DM'd me. Why didn't you write me a letter on a piece of paper and put a stamp on it and throw it in the mailbox if you really wanted to get in touch with me? Come on, stop. You don't want to have nothing to do with that chick. Then you call her to be at this shindig, and now you want to gaslight her like you know what, she's the problem and not you. Melody is messy. My thing is, own up to your stuff. In Melody, you did your whole music video at Stormy's house. Yes, you did. Filmed the whole thing with the dogs and everything. You use her dogs, you use her house, you use her kitchen, you use everything. And now you ain't got 2 words for her? I'll be
sounds like Melody. It sounds just like her. She uses and then throws you away.
That you know what, Tisa said it, and Destiny said it. And everybody's saying that's what Melody does, but Melody wants to act like the innocent victim in this thing. And listen, Martell did what he did, but I'm gonna be honest with you, especially once you have kids with somebody, you're gonna have to toss that thing in the back pocket, get over it, and start trying to co-parent with this man. It's been years now. We got to pull it together, Mel. Every time he goes somewhere and Martell is there, it shouldn't have to be drama. You wave at him now, and when he asks you to pray, you should just tell him, I ain't praying for that, brother. At best, what I got a prayer for you is, let's pray that when we switch off these kids and we co-parent and we had graduation and all that, let's just pray I don't choke you.
Oh my God.
Let's just
No,
pray I don't
ma'am.
know for messing up our family. Carlos said on his podcast that Mel recommended Stormy for the show. Yes, she did. But now look at what you're doing to her. You fell out with her, right, Lorraine? You fell out with her. You fall out with everybody. She
Because
literally
didn't she
has
recommend
no
Destiny
one
for the
to
show
show it.
too?
That part she sure did. She
But
literally has
who told us that? Who told us that Melody falls out with all of her friends?
Martell did.
Exactly.
He did. He did. And he told somebody, just wait. He said, just wait, you're next. He sure did. He said it. And
I want to say it was Stormy that he said that to last season.
Might have. And let me tell you something. It's proven to be correct. He said, wait, your turn is coming. She falls out with everybody. Okay. And so my thing is, again, I'm going to need Maurice to pull himself together. I'm going to need him to pull himself together. It's a celebration, Maurice, and we're going to celebrate. Okay.
Why was he wearing that outfit with the pop collar? I fell out my chair.
Because, child Maurice, okay, and listen, let me say this, Maurice, we're about to celebrate after the radiation. Maurice, we're about to celebrate after the surgery. Maurice, we're going to keep celebrating all day, every day, and all year round, because this is a miracle. Okay, when she said they saw absolutely nothing, come on now, to God be the glory. Okay,
that sent me to church.
Didn't it though? So, Maurice, I'm gonna need you to pull yourself together. And I know that, Don, listen, I like Kimmy, but Kimmy didn't keep it all the way 100. She knew that Maurice allegedly was out for the streets too, but she was acting like she had the best man on the show until they had to get her all the way together, and they said, he was for the streets, and then she tried to act like, well, he was for the streets before we got together. Kimmy, stop.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That was before marriage, so that don't count.
That don't count.
No, I'm just joking. Right. I'm just joking.
We ain't bringing up the past. If Melanie got to let go of the past, so do you, Diva.
I'm just saying that he was doing.
Yeah, he was for the streets a little bit.
Thank you, Don. That's all. He was for the streets. You can't hang with somebody and you not getting down to get down like they are, because after a while you're gonna stop hanging with them, okay? But he was in the picture that Coleslaw took, that Ariane took, because they was all out there doing whatever it was they was doing. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. I started at the bottom this time. Shan, what are your thoughts?
I do not like Stormy husband and his beige pimp suit. Like that suit, first of all, there's a lot of men who aren't emotionally sound. So if you're so traumatized, right, why don't you explain that to your wife? Oh, but let's see how we can work on it. This man said, I don't gotta explain nothing to you. I don't like that. It gave me like bad energy. I think he should stay off the screen if he's gonna be like that. He wasn't very open. And I like Stormy. She's one of my favorites. I know people think she's ghetto and stuff, but I don't see what's ghetto about her still. Like, I don't think she's ghetto. Her mother, I understand her mother was being a little protective. I do like her mother, but I think her mom shouldn't have a problem if she doesn't have a problem.
Right. Right.
So, but I think her mom was funny and good TV, so she can stay. Right.
You know why are the moms not being moms anymore?
Hello. Well, we can thank your girl Candy and Mama Joyce for getting on TV and acting a fool. Because ever since Mama Joyce and the gang, the gang of
old lady
came
gang,
behind. It opened up the door for the rest of the mamas to show out.
Drops mic. But you know what? I think Melody's problem with Stormy is that Stormy is more successful than her. If you think about it, she's probably more successful as in like money-wise.
Financial, yeah.
Yeah, financial.
You know
why?
Because
out of nowhere, she stopped talking to her. I feel like Melody's the type of person who don't want you to be better, do better than them. Like she like to keep you like, okay, I'm better. I'm doing more. That's the vibe she give off,
All right, I gotta think about that.
Are you connecting with me, Diva?
Woo! I'm trying to connect. So you know what? Here's the thing.
Because out of
feeling
nowhere,
that, yeah,
stop.
I'm feeling that because when her and Martell had the upper hand, they stuck it to the other couples. They really did. It was like, we don't want to be part of the comeback crew. We done with this. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. We want to buy out this, that, and the other. I'm connecting. It's the connection is a little weak, but I'm connected because also too I want. But you know what? I'm feeling like though, because I still feel like she's when she gave Destiny that money without Destiny even asking. I feel like that is the nice side of Melody, right? I gotta marinate on that, but
I mean, she's a
understand it.
Scorpio like me. Will help anyone out when they're in need. So I get that, but I don't know. I feel like Melody kind of want to be the Beyonce. She want to feel like untouchable, like you can't sit with me type of vibe. You know, I don't
Yes,
like
I
her
do.
attitude this season. I'm Team Stormy. I feel like her mother should stay off the internet, but I do like her mother. What else happened? Tisha in that red outfit. I would have asked her to leave because I'm celebrating my cancer-free journey,
That
and
part.
you telling me pink is a color every girl have or most girl have. We know the color of breast cancer awareness.
That part.
Like, who are you? I would have been like, thank you, get out. Because no, pink is such an easy, beautiful color. Like, I know she has some pink in her closet. I think the party was
And she could have went and bought some.
right.
And she threw on that scarf and then took it off the second she walked through the door. I'm like, girl, see, stop. Okay, even your husband found some pink. So if your husband can find some pink, surely you could have also.
Right. Did you talk about the Stormy and Melody conversation? Did you get there?
Yeah, you could talk about that. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but you're not a real friend of mine if I have to go out my way to DM you to ask you your number. Why don't you DM me and say, hey, girl, I changed my number. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Because that's that other side of Mel that nobody likes to talk about.
I don't like that. It's kind of like you reach out to me and, you know, you got to do this. Like, give a little effort. But at the same time, I understand not reaching out to your friend every day because I'm not friend you won't hear from in 3 months. But it's not like we have issue. I'm just sleeping because I work night shift. You know what I mean? And
Right.
when we talk, it's like we talk on the phone for hours. So I understand that at the same time, you know, her being busy.
Well, it depends on the level of friendship, right?
Yeah.
So I have two sisters. My one sister, if she don't call me, I'd be like, "Are you feeling okay? Like, why did you not call me? Like, do you know if I'm breathing or not? Like, what's up? You better call me, right?" Then I got my one. And I have my other two girlfriends. You know, when we get a chance, because everybody's busy, like we call each other, we speak, but I don't let a week go by, and I'm like, okay, like you got to check on me, right? But then I have my other girlfriend that I do speak to all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it does depend on the level of friendship. But if you change your number, no matter what level it is, you should be telling people you changed the number.
Right.
But you do it shady, right? Because you called her, invited her on a phone number that wasn't her number, but then you want to get to the party and act like, oh, girl, you could have got in touch with me. When you did call me, you called me from a number that wasn't yours. So did you really want a friendship? Why don't you stop? Don't gaslight me. I don't like
and
that.
I'm not gonna chase you to be my friend. Like I
Right.
wouldn't have DM'd her if I was Stormy either. And one more thing, Auntie Robin was saying in the comments, what do I like about Betty? I don't know. She seems real. She seems funny. She seems protective of her daughter. Like she's just gonna be herself. I think Betty is Stormy's mom.
Betty is a firecracker. And listen, Miss Wanda got her way, found the exit door because of her shenanigans. And Betty better slow down. And she like being on this TV, she better slow down because they may show her the exit also, okay? Because already she's starting a whole lot of mess. I don't apologize to anybody. What kind of mother?
Last thing, yeah. I didn't like that. The whole I don't apologize. Girl,
Right.
who are you? We all made mistake and apologize. But I
Right.
like her for the show. I feel like she'll bring some truth and reality to this reality TV show.
Who,
That's it.
Betty Still?
Yeah. I feel like she's going to speak her mind, and that's what we need. Listen, we love a little drama. Don't lie.
All
Give
right,
us space.
Sharon. Thank you, Shan. What
Thank
are
you,
your
ma'am.
thoughts?
Listen, I
uh-huh.
agree with everything Shan said.
Mhm.
Now, as far as you wanted me to DM you because the number that I called didn't go through, the number that I texted came up with a green bubble instead of a blue bubble. Um, you know, why should I have to reach out to you when you changed your number? That's the narcissistic trait in her. But
Speak on it.
whenever somebody say something about Mel, oh, we're hating on her. She's the da da da. Please, she's Bambi.
Mhm.
She ain't all that innocent. Melody was a grown woman when she knew Coleslaw was in the picture, and
Yeah.
she decided to relay down with Martell and have another child with him.
Mhm. Mhm. Now Sugar Mama
So
is a doll face, but fact.
right.
Uh-huh.
So she has some accountability in this too. She knew he was cheating on her, but she decided to lay it low and spread it wide,
Oh my.
not knowing what he was going to bring back to her.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I don't find Melody this innocent Bambi figure that everybody's trying to portray her to be, because she has her arrogant ways. She is extremely arrogant towards every single person on this show, and she's going to be on the island by herself when those kids get older and they're away, because she pushes them away. Now she's trying to beef up to Kimmy again because she's the only person left that has some minute friendship, if that's what you want to call it, with her.
That's facts.
It's crazy. Everybody she's pushed away.
Yep.
Fact. That
Don,
that
I mean, Martell still has people that he still talk to everybody, even though he's dead wrong. He's dead wrong, and he's a narcissist too. But he's not pushing those people away. Yes, they argue. Yes, they fight. But you know, he's not. He don't think he's better than them. She thinks she's better than everybody. And like somebody said in the comments, her YouTube fans have pushed her to this stratosphere in her brain, and she thinks she's next to God. And I just don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. But
honey seated at the right hand of the father. She
right,
thinks she's right
listen, then she right there.
Right?
But Kimmy pissed me off when she walked in with that Delta red, and I'm like, Kimmy, come on, sister.
Tisha.
Tisha, you are a whole AKA from Alabama A&M University. You got 50 shades of pink in your closet, and you couldn't put a shade on.
Come
You
on.
did that because Mel called you and said wear pink. Let's
LaDon, I'm connecting with you.
let's be
Diva's
real.
voice.
Let's be real. That's why she did it. She did that to be antagonistic towards Mel, and she wanted Mel to have something to say about it. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, Don. But Monique, you said Melanie barely speaks to her own mother, but brings her on the screen to drag Martell any chance she can. I felt like Melanie and her mom were thick as thieves. You got to tell me more about that. Woo! Ooh! Sebastian, your thoughts? Did we lose Sebastian?
Can you hear me? I'm
Yes,
here.
I can. Uh-huh.
Okay. My thoughts are this. Melody is a narcissist as well.
Mm-hmm.
Her mellow meters enable her.
Mm-hmm.
This message goes to all the people who are Melody's little fans and her fan base. Her behavior is exactly what behavior Martel portrays, but just in a feminine way. Okay? Controlling, conniving,
Mm.
disrespectful,
Wow.
blatantly rude. And
Mm.
so it's just the truth. We need to come to a conclusion that Martel was right when he did say that Melody's only friends with you when it's all good. And she's only friends with people for a while. She said that. He said that. That's what happened to Destiny. That's what happened to Stormy. That's what happened to Tisha. Kimmy, the only reason why she's friends with you right now is because I'm gonna say this, and I hope the chat don't come for me. Okay, the only reason why she's friends with you right now is because you have cancer, and if she walked away from you, social media would go ruckus. That's the only reason, Kimmy. You better be side-eyeing this woman.
Mhm.
Side-eyeing this woman. She's not really that close to you, Kimmy. She's only doing all these things just because you're sick. That's the only reason, Kimmy. And you're on TV. That's the only reason. I love you, Kimmy. Kimmy, I believe Kimmy is a good one on this show, but the thing is, Kimmy, when your husband and Melody were going at it at that reunion, you kept your mouth shut. You didn't try to defend him. You didn't do nothing. But once they started talking about Destiny, you were all out and speaking when they said, "Oh, Destiny doesn't portray her life or her life or anything." You got me feeling the way you spoke to Destiny at that reunion made me feel as if Destiny is your husband's mistress.
Oh my. You know
Oh
what?
my
You
god.
spoke to her as if, like, oh no, she does not bring anything to the show. She doesn't. It's true. Destiny does not. Destiny does not, and that's why she's now on my screen.
Oh, you know what I think though, Sebastian, really? I think that all these reality shows, when they want someone off for whatever given reason, they get relentless about it and they band together to get that person off the show. And see, that's not reality. Reality is, you know what? Sometimes you got to be around people you just don't like and you got to figure it out. And although I didn't care for a lot of Destiny's actions and the way that she handles things, I think that she shouldn't have been kicked off the show. I don't know if she was kicked off for sure, but she definitely was nowhere to be found in this episode. So
Was she in the intro?
no.
Exactly. We saw Kiki in the intro, not Destiny. So don't let the door hit you on the way out. Yes, that's
Oh my God. So wait, Monique King said nope. Ms. Van said Melanie disconnects from her for 4 to 5 weeks at a time. She
oh,
wasn't at the last reunion because Melanie was mad at her over something. So that tells you who Melanie is.
A problem.
That tells you who Melanie is. And
Melody is a parasite that needs to be exterminated.
oh my.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Roy, what are
Oh
your
wow.
thoughts? That's a mess. What are your thoughts?
Final thoughts. This last scene was just a lot. But real quick, as far as Stormy and her husband, I don't like him. First of all, who you think you're talking to? I make the money up in this house. I take care of you. So if I want to have another
Boom.
baby, I can have another baby. And you're gonna sit back and you're gonna be a good father and you're gonna take care of this child. Or you can pack your bags and get out of my house.
Whose sperm is it though? Whose sperm is it though? Who has to do the ejaculating? Who has to
Sebastian,
do that?
you determined to take the train off
Who
the track.
has to do that? If he don't want a child, you don't just hop on him and expect for him to just inside
Who
of you
carries a
and
child
give you
for
a
9
child.
months?
He does not want a child. If he does not want a child, you're gonna go to the sperm bank and get sperm from someone else. He does not want a child. The thing is, I'm gonna have to say this. I would not be shocked if he gets a vasectomy behind her back.
And Royer brought up a good point. What does her husband even do? Is he even in her tax bracket?
Oh no, we're not gonna do that because she did say her husband, she and her husband were the ones who were on the stove making those lotions, making those creams, making those things back in the day when they first started. We're not gonna do
But
that.
she also said she came up with those recipes in high school.
Okay, you can
But
come up with the
anyways,
recipes, but if you're not you can't execute them by yourself, they're worthless.
he
But
did
wait, hold on.
not.
Sebastian,
He
go ahead.
doesn't
Go ahead.
make the final say-so decision. If she wants a baby, you just don't shut me down and shut me up, walk off. No, this is a family group conversation that we're going to walk through. Obviously, she wants another child. Who was he to deny her of the right to have one? It ain't like he's
Okay.
going to do anything. I mean, obviously, he ain't doing
Right.
nothing now because mama had to move in to help take care of the child. So what would be the difference between another one coming?
Drops
Do
Mike.
you hold that same opinion with Sonia and her husband? Sonia on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who does not want a child, but her
We're
husband
not talking
wants
about
a
Sonya
child.
and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're
We're
talking
gonna
about
stay
Stormy and her
true
husband.
because he wants a child,
So
and you said
then,
it right. If you don't want to give it to him, Sonia, he could just walk out and get
But
someone else to do it.
Sebastian, we're saying her Stormy husband needs to actually have the conversation, not just shut her down. It's a
Okay,
compromise.
I agree. He should have never shut her down. But if you don't want a child, you can't force a child onto a man. That's a problem.
She didn't
And the
force
man
a
can't
child
think-
onto a
force a
man.
child
She
on
said
the
she
other.
wanted another child, and he instantly got upset and made a big old scene and
No,
said,
you're
"I
the
ain't want
one.
no more kids. We're not having no kids, and that's that on that." And got up and stormed out like a 4-year-old that they have. Get out of here with this foolishness.
I think he has
Anyways,
poor
her mama
communication.
came in. Her mama came in. I thought
I'm
it was
sorry.
very
Go ahead.
disrespectful of her mom to be involved in Stormy's business. This is not your show. We are on here for love and marriage, not for love and our mama and all of their 2 cents. Go on somewhere with Miss Wanda. Y'all start a show together and do y'all mess over on y'all show. But in my opinion, I'm just sick of the mamas coming in, stirring up extra drama that we don't need. Let's keep the drama between the cast and y'all go on and take care of the kids. So then we come to the ending scene and the Don. I agree with you. I know about Tisha being an AKA, and how dare you? You wouldn't have walked up in there if this was your mom, and you claim to love Kimmy so much and be so supportive of Kimmy. But then when it's time to show up and show out for Kimmy, where was your pink? Because you took it off immediately when you walked through the door. So no points for Tisha. I still don't believe that you love and support Kimmy the way you say you do. Because when it's time to show up and show up,
Is he frozen?
I think so. I thought
Yeah,
it
he
was a great
froze.
ask with me. You know what, Don? I heard you saying something about they got communication issues. You talking about
Yeah.
Stormy and her husband?
Yeah, I think they have communication issues. Let me say this. It is tough to see your wife go through a pregnancy, especially delivering the baby, and lose a lot of blood, and doctors tell you that there's a chance either the mother or the baby. I'm not sure if that was the conversation during that time, but his reaction.
She lost a lot of blood, so maybe she said she lost a lot of blood. Yeah.
His reaction to that was extremely strong. Like, nope, I don't want to go through that again. I'm not putting you through that. If he would have expressed it differently, then maybe it would have landed with her. However, they have the means to use a surrogate. He's a Southern man, and that's something surrogacy is something that men don't talk about. It's something that our lighter counterparts have been doing for years, but it's just hitting the Black community in the last couple of years. So we're still kind of taboo about that whole situation. So if they would have sat down and really had a good conversation about it, I think he would have came around to it, a little. I mean, they got in-house help.
That part. Stormy husband is an ex-NFL player? I didn't know that.
Well,
Anybody
I
else?
didn't know that either.
Well, Kim Zolciak's husband is an ex-NFL player, and they're about to get foreclosed. Allegedly.
that part.
But go ahead, Ray, finish. You froze.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm sorry. But yeah, Martell and Melanie in his prayer, sir, move on, leave her alone. Stop fooling with her. Let her go. It is what it is. You lost the prize, and move forward and continue to work on yourself and actually do the work. Because Martell really, in my eyes, from what I can see going, he has the potential to be an awesome man. He really, really has the potential. But he just keeps allowing the foolishness. Well, okay. But he just has the foolish, his foolish ways just always catch him up each and every time. And then yet again, the dismissiveness from Mel, like, you changed your number. I didn't ask you to change your number. So when you change your number and we have a so-called relationship, it's your responsibility to reach out to me and let me know that the number has been changed. For her, that's my issue with Mel. She never accepts responsibility for the parts that she play in it. She always tries to find some way to wiggle around
it's
it and
giving
make it about
Tasha Scott.
That part. Yeah, you know what? I'm curious to see how the rest of this season is going to go. When I first started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, the thing that I loved about it was that legit all couples who were married, and I felt like they was going to give us something different with the business, with the this and the that, and then they fell victim to the same kind of shenanigans as the other reality TV shows, with the cheating and this and that and whatever. The one thing that I just want for Melody, and I get it, everybody want to say on their own time, but I'm over her and Martell just not getting along. I'm done with it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, do better. You have moved on. He has moved on. And yes, he still wants it, because this is just me. I could be dead wrong. I feel like that Martell was doing what he was doing with Ariane because he was allowed to do it. But
Absolutely.
I feel like he never had any intentions of losing his primary family, if that makes any sense, which was Melanie and the kids, because I feel like he was enjoying his home and being married. And although he wanted to claim these issues sexually with Melanie, I really don't even think that was really the big issue and the big deal. I think he just wanted what he wanted, and because he was allowed to do it, he was going to continue to do it. I do believe, but again, this is my opinion, I do believe that if this thing didn't play out on TV, Melanie and Martell would be somewhere still married together.
Absolutely.
Right? I don't think she would have left. I think the TV kind of forced her hand. She didn't want to seem like a certain type of chick. And what always kills me with females is when they want to trump one another, right? I'm not trumping you.
I don't even think it was the TV. I think it was the embarrassment, because there's a lot of people still on TV to this day whose relationships is all kinds of just all whatever.
Right, but that's what I mean. The TV and the embarrassment, like that whole thing, because on TV, right? Is she didn't leave, but. And I can't get with females that want to trump one another. Like, I feel like the Nick Cannon clan is doing that. Like, they're trumping each other, right? You had the last baby. Now guess what? I'm pregnant again. It's like what that is like just some sick mentality to me. And I feel like, what? Oh, she had a baby. Now I'm pregnant. Right now, girl. Now look, I got you. Cause I'm on this TV. I'm pregnant. We still together and we had our shower. But I think what really got Melody is when I'll never forget this, when she said it was COVID and everybody's on lockdown. And this man had a broken leg, foot, or arm, or whatever he had, and he crawled out that bed into the bathroom so he could speak to the side chick. That's when I'm going to ask God, Jesus, the angels, and everybody, help me pull my whole life together. You got to go. And I would be all the way good. And every day, the only prayer I told him, I would tell him I'm praying is that I don't love you the way I did love you, so that I could get over you and move on with my life. Because when you get up out the bed that you in with me, you crawling in the bathroom to sneak and call somebody, well, that's where you need to be. And
the only prayer I would be praying is that my son that we have together don't end up being a cheater too.
That part, that's another prayer.
Well, the thing is, Martell's dad was in jail for 20 years.
Oh my God.
Here goes Sebastian.
Sebastian.
You know what? But you know what though? You know what though, Sebastian?
I know you're gonna get emails about me today, Kadiba.
No, but you know what though? Here's the thing. Like, this conversation I want to have, right? There are going to be homes for whatever. Now, some people do the homes like this on purpose. Why would you purposely set yourself up for a single family home? I don't know. I would not do that. I wouldn't advise that to anybody. But sometimes it just happens, right? It happens and you got to deal with it, and it is what it is. And see, I'm not one for, because people want to tell you they gotta have a father figure, they gotta have a male figure in the house. Pumping that message to
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Right. But that message is pumped to a lot of single mothers. And then what happens is they fall prey and victim to these men that are coming around acting as if they want to be just a father figure in your child's life, and they're a freaking predator. So all I'm saying is that a man can still be a man, even if a man is not in that household raising them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I have dated a lot of men, grown men, that I had to raise. So when they was in the home with their mommy and their daddy, and they had to come to Diva, and I still had to raise them up.
Come to Diva.
Big Diva, not the little one.
I'm so dead. Okay, I had to raise them up to be the man that they they are currently are now. All right. So you know what? I get the whole, you know what song really connected with me? A Beyonce song, Ring the Alarm, because I be darned if I see another chick on your arms. Because after you put in all of that work, you got to raise these men up. They come to you, they a hot mess, okay? Don't know how to treat you, don't know how to this, don't know that. And you clean them up, you put them together, and then they want to run the street acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
But
Can I say one thing?
Of course you can.
And also, like, I don't have a brother, so I don't know, and I don't have a kid, so I don't know. But you can't just blame single moms for like men being who they are, because
Oh no, I'm not blaming a
I'm not saying you are, sweetheart. I'm not saying you are. I'm just putting it out there, because like a man is a man based on his character. So if you're a good single mom and you're teaching your son to be honest, respectful, then he should be fine. Like, you know.
Right.
So I don't know.
That's true on both sides, because I'm a single dad and my daughter is 15, and my daughter expectations of a man is so high that she knows that I was about to say the N word that comes to her, you know, if they're not up to that level, the way I treat her, they have no chance with her.
Amen.
So, you know, I still open the doors for her. If she goes to a door, she stands there until I open it. Amen. So her expectations are high. So I don't care if he comes from a single family household or a married mother and father household. The expectations still have to be taught to that young man.
Yep.
Amen.
And there are a lot of people that come from two-parent households whose life is just as jacked up as a one-parent household.
Absolutely.
That part.
So,
absolutely.
That's true. But you know, stats don't lie, though. Just
if you don't put your Google away.
that part. And let me tell you something, God. Just like I told my son too. How you can't have no girlfriend, you ain't got no job.
That part.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No career.
Even when we went to the movies the other day, because it was my girlfriend birthday, and she's his godmother, whatever, right? And you know the little concession stand with the screen, you gotta go there buy the food. I said go over there and pay for their stuff.
That's right.
We love to see it.
You're gonna be all the way together, okay? Yep. Because I can teach you, I can train you, because I've been with a few good men in my time, okay? Just a few.
Come to Diva.
Y'all not gonna have me get this train off the track, okay?
I have to go, guys. Bye.
We all got to go. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I like it. I'm still gonna watch it, okay? And also tomorrow night, the Tylers from Love and Marriage DC will be in the building. And you know what? They're another couple. They keeping it 100 on that TV. They keeping it 100 on that TV. They giving us real family, real life, real everything. I love them. We about to close this thing out. And you know what? Ladon, I see you frat. I know somebody in your fraternity, but you know the frat brothers is a whole nother story.
Lord have mercy.
A whole nother story for a whole nother day. Listen, Fifi, you ain't never come through the building. How you doing?
Hello. How y'all
doing?
Yes, we're doing well. How are you?
Fantastic.
Well, listen, your picture is absolutely amazing. I'm about to close out, but what do you want to say?
Now you know that's Coco, right?
Oh, that's Coco?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's WD?
Yes.
Oh,
adjust the glasses, Diva. Adjust the glasses, boo. Adjust the glasses.
But you know what though? I ain't never say they wasn't beautiful. But let me say this, Fifi.
Auntie Robin.
Let me Fifi, Auntie Robin, you gotta mute yourself because I'm hearing noise. What do you want to say?
Now you know that's Coco, right?
Oh, I gotta remove her because Auntie Robin, you gotta mute yourself. Okay, there you go. You're back in. Okay, so hold on. So Fifi, what do you want to say? We're about to close out.
Okay, I just wanted to say that, I give Mel a hard time, but I do want to say that I can respect her for her business endeavors.
Yes.
her smarts, her being a fantastic mother.
Yes.
But I can also call her out, when she's not always right. And the same for Martell. I kind of have a soft spot for him because did you see the way he filled out them shorts?
Oh my
Girl,
God.
I saw.
I need to drop.
I saw, girl.
Wait, you know what, Fifi? Let me say this. This is to Martell and Melody. They're doing a good job in spite of everything that they're going through themselves because those kids are amazing.
Yes.
They really are.
They
and
are.
I think that's a testament to the both of them. And that's just facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think and they're young too, because Melody's 37 and what is it, 4 kids? And she's done so much in her short period of a lifetime of being married, being a mother, being a business, being a boss. Okay. Just being a straight boss. So, like yourself, I can say the right in what she does, but I could also point out the wrong. But hands down, I think those two as a couple, amazing job with those kids. I will never take that away from them. And I think it's both of them. And he is definitely a dad that still wants to be involved with his kids, right, Don? Even though they are not together. He really does want to be a dad. So, we all got flaws. But that man likes to be a dad, and he is even being a dad. Because we got some of these men out here that they don't want to acknowledge the side chick's baby.
Yep. Just want to pay for it.
That part. He's even being a dad to little man. So for that, I have mad respect. So I got a little soft spot for him too. But go ahead, because I'm closing out. I'm gonna go around. So go ahead. What's your final words?
That's really it. Again, did you see the way he filled out those shorts?
Yeah, don't get me started. They already got me off the track here talking about that and all
I'm
of that.
connecting with you.
So I'm leaving that alone. Okay, I'm coming to you, Robin. I'm closing out. What are your final thoughts? Oh, Auntie Robin is
okay. I'm still my internet is killing me because I wanted to talk so much. But let me just say this. Yes. Thank you. This was a really fun live. I really can't. I don't know what it is with these mothers. Y'all might be entertained, but I feel like I'm in a different space these last couple of weeks where I don't want the mess. I want the mission, and I want harmony. I want to see us do better. I want to punch Betty in her mouth. So that's maybe not me doing better, but I digress. I enjoy Melody and Martell's kids so much. I hate the overproduction, including those housewives from Atlanta. It is what the kids call cap. I think that means a fly. I hate it. And by the way, who is that who's next to me? I didn't catch her name.
Fifi.
Oh, hey, Fifi. Listen, I saw them shorts too, and I don't typically pay attention, but I was like, what is this we got going on here?
Oh.
And by the way, and to the Don, why did you keep bringing up what's her name's affiliation? I be trying to distance. I do my best on the low, quiet. And I'm like, why? I even try to pull Giselle out because she's an embarrassment. And then here you come with this whole Tisha mess. Come on now, come on, bro.
Listen, I'm sorry. But I had to let them know she had plenty of pink.
That part, you gotta let us know she got her pink.
Not for nothing. I'm one of them stores who you don't. If you tell me if I'm good, know what I'm gonna wear for the meeting, that's gonna be on Saturday, and Friday you call me and tell me to wear all black, I'm gonna say nope. And I'm gonna show up in what I'm gonna wear. So I'm defiant like that, but that's a whole quiet because I might have to pull y'all stuff out the closet, okay?
Let me just answer this, and then Roy, I'm coming to you, then Shannon, then the Don, you're gonna close this out. But Martel shouldn't have tried to get full custody. If anybody's been through a breakup, right? A lot of times the madness that goes on after the breakup is nasty. It's nasty. And it's not really about what you truly want. It's really about you trying to hurt the other person because you're hurt.
Absolutely.
Come on, right, Don?
Absolutely.
So I know everybody is stuck on he tried to get full custody. I think it was more about him being hurt. I think it was more about him. He wanted his family back. And I think he was used to Melody giving in all the other times. And it was like, okay, I messed up, but what's the big deal? I messed up before and you forgave me. Like, why can't you just get over this and let us get back together and get our life back together? And especially because when they first broke up, Martell was struggling financially and he was trying to get his footing back. But now that he got the wine, he got a little bit more going on. It's a little bit better for him. But I really think that both sides of the house, I'm not just blaming the male, I'm saying even the female, y'all are plucking away at each other till y'all get to the white meat, but it's because y'all are both in pain. So I'm not so sure that it was truly about him just having full custody, or if it was more about he was going to stick it to Mel because he was pissed at her. So go ahead, Royer. What are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. This review was way better than the episode, and hopefully Carlos can find some more people to put on the racetrack. Because, I just feel like I'm getting a bit much of the Love and Marriage, DC Huntsville thing. We back to back to back. I need a break from the people. I need a real break. So, but overall, great episode. Congratulations to Kimmy for getting this far in your journey. A lot of people don't make it this far. So by the grace of God, we have found that everything is clear and under control. And I'm glad that we get to see, a miracle and someone be a witness of the power and the grace of our Lord and Savior. So I love y'all. This was fun. And have a good night, everybody.
Oh, bye. Shan, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, I hope Stormy's husband never wear that suit again. That beige suit in the confessional. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that. And yes, Fifi, I'm connecting with you. Martel, maybe we need to work on ourselves, but
You're so crazy. You're so crazy.
And make sure y'all hit the like button. Choo choo.
Choo choo. You know what though? Is that her husband's eyes, or does he have contacts in?
I don't know.
Huh?
I think maybe it's his eyes.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. I was trying to figure it out this whole time. Yeah. I was like, I hope that's his eyes and not contacts in his eyes. But yeah, his suit was not the best. It wasn't his best moment.
It looks like a pimp suit.
Didn't it though? It wasn't his best moment, but that's what he did. Dadon, what are your final thoughts?
I like this show, and I hope we can get back with them, with Marceau and Tisha, trying to bring back the comeback group. I hope we can get back to a little bit of Black excellence and creating generational wealth, for the kids, and, just show us a little bit more of that side, because we know we're going to get the drama. We know we're going to get the mess, but, show us some Black excellence as well with that. Let us know that we can still build businesses and be successful along with a little bit of drama. And I agree with Auntie Robin, Diva. It's time to have the show about single mothers and single fathers.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Because unfortunately it's a lot of people's reality, and you can have a success story in doing so. Everything is not drama and craziness or whatever. And this is just me. I personally think, especially as it's some different decisions and you have to move differently. I don't want to, put out anybody business that I know, but to me, even when you date, I put it like this, even when you date, you got to do different and be different, because you can't have everybody around your kids. That's it, and that's all.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yes, of course.
So sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to have a single parent who's healthy and happy than two parents who are dysfunctional.
Absolutely.
Because when my mom got a divorce, I was real happy. Okay, I was happy for her, for me and my sister.
No, you're fine, Shan. You dropped that was a good closeout. You dropped the word right there. Yep. It's better. It's just a point blank in the period. And it doesn't mean that, and the thing is too, we gotta learn as adults, you gotta learn how to co-parent.
Right. But it takes two adults though.
Well, that's facts, Dawn. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna deny that right there. It most certainly does, and you can't. And you know, we can have a whole show on that because sometimes you do got to just disengage if the other person wants to continue in their toxicity. Okay?
Right. Yep.
You just got to disengage. You got to be like, all right, you stay there. When you grow up, knock on my door, and I'll.
God bless you on your journey.
That part.
I enjoyed you guys. We connected tonight. We was in sync. Fifi, thanks for coming through. Auntie Robin, Shan, the Don, we're here. Love y'all all. Hit that like button on the way out, and I'll see you on the next video. Join me tomorrow night, okay? Because we're having from Love and Marriage DC, the Tylers will be in the building. Fifi, did you want to say anything?
Yes, just one last thing, and it's about when Mel said, I think someone was asking her about, you know, if she was dating or if she was in a relationship, and she goes, well, that's my business. This is a reality show. Like, you're gonna have to give a little bit. The expectation is that that you actually show what's really going on in your life. You know, that's dating, that's businesses, it's whatever. I think that Carlos gives her a pass, but that's a whole nother conversation. But that's all. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, good night, everyone. I love y'all. Thanks for being here.
Night.
Nice to see you, Fifi, and hear you for the first time. Diva.
Yes, babe. Hold